Now, stakeholders in the telecommunications sector in Nigeria have lauded the suspension of the 5% excise tax duty on telecommunication services by President Bola Tinubu. President Tinubu, while signing the executive order, noted that there will not be further tax raises without robust and wide consultations undertaken within the context of a coherent fiscal policy framework under his administration. News Central's Adesewa Odusoga reports.
Environment for many businesses in Nigeria and reduces global competitiveness. The suspension of excise duties for both telecommunication services and locally manufactured product, among others, formed part of the 4 executive orders signed by President Bola Tinubu, which includes a date variation for the Finance Act to September 1, 2023.
On taking over the reins of government, the president promised to run a government that will not make life difficult for Nigerians or asphyxiate or stifle corporate entities in spite of the challenges the federal government. In spite of these challenges, this federal government is irrevocably committed to this pledge.
That Finance Act requires a bit of review. We need to tweak a few things here and there, so that we don't cut our nose to spite our face. It is good that we chase revenue. We need revenue, actually. But in the course of chasing the revenue, we must be careful so that we don't kill the chicken that will lay the golden egg.
The telecom sector is currently overburdened with about 41 different categories of taxes, levies, and charges. The players in the sector say an additional tax was not feasible for the sector to run competitively, lauding the suspension.
Several taxes are paid to, the federal government. The state government will also come impose its own, and the local government also will come around to impose its own, the removal of the fuel subsidy. So the least the government can do is not to add more to the pain of Nigerians.
Consumers under the aegis of the National Association of Telecoms Subscribers had fought the legality of the previous administration's move to introduce the 5% excise tax. They say while this latest suspension is a good move, they are asking for more suspension, or rather for the numerous taxes to be streamlined.
We will still continue with our court case because suspension means it can still be reintroduced. If you look at the Finance Act, there is another one that also is affecting telecom. So we may have to amend our case in court to also include stopping that.
Some of the suspended taxes had been issued through executive orders by former President Muhammadu Buhari, and they include corporate income tax, import duties, export duties, and value-added tax, among others. The president says the suspension of some of these taxes is part of his commitment to creating a business-friendly environment, and hopes are high that these would attract more investment into Nigeria's economy. Adesewa Odusoga reporting for News Central.